Hello, good morning, and welcome to Easy Kelly Apple's channel. Here we usually have what I call the fragrance of wisdom, where day in day out, or once in a while, I come up and give us some of the tips that I think we need in this 21st century to survive, especially in business, in several areas like common sense and all of that. Today, I want to share with us a view or one of my ideology or something I've learned about my studies rather about investments or investment in 2021. This is just January 2021 and people are looking out and there are rumors that corona lockdown issues will be coming up and etc. And we hope that this year will not be like last year that was a waste. But a quick recap tells me or shows me that even last year that was a lockdown year. That many several factories and firms were being locked down and many people were in financial trouble. Do you know that last year was actually a very wide opportunity? I have a friend, for instance, last year everywhere was locked in quite okay, but he quickly went and learned how to make some sanitizer. He ordered bottles. If you see those bottles, you think the sanitizer is ordered from the US. I'm telling you, he spent a lot of money for the packaging. I think close to 500 a bottle. But when he packaged those products and sold them, he made a turnover of over 350% from each one. And then this guy, even while it was locked down, he went and printed an ID card for himself, showing that he's a distributor of because of what they call it, safety materials or something like that. Abuja was so locked down one time, and it's only medical doctors or people who are really dealing with sanitizers or this is it palliatives they call them also, that were allowed to really move. So he wouldn't move. He quickly went and printed it, and he was see you. So he would just pick his jeep out and move them. Then he quickly got cartons. He packaged them in cartons. Man, this guy made millions. I'm talking of my best friend. This guy made money from this particular trade or business. So during lockdown, he bought a house in an estate in Abuja, courtesy of sanitizer and all of this. Now, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people tell us went into face mask and they're making 100 naira. They were selling them for 100, 150 with a very minimal or very small turnover. So what to look at in periods like that, or in lockdown period opportunities like are things with higher turnover. Sanitizer seems to have a very high turnover. You will probably spend like 750 or 1,000 naira to make one sanitizer and sell it for 3-5. And man, they were rushing it. I was in the business too. They rushed this sanitizer. At the time, I have to really enjoy him to help him sell some and make a little revenue. But what I'm trying to tell you is that he was selling them in cartons. As in, he would just arrange the bottles in carton, and then and people are ordering. In fact, there was an order of 25 liters. An organization, you can imagine. So what I'm trying to say is this 2021 is another period, another time again. One of the most important things is when there is a heat in the society, is not to be looking for how to complain, it's not to join the grumbling pigeons in the society, but to join the cheery eagles on the sky. Look out, what is the next thing? What's the next door opening? Every sign and every problem coming to a society, every problem hitting the society is a sign for an open door. So it was an open door for some of my friends who went into this business, or some of us, let me confess, who went into this business than just sitting down out there and complaining and grumbling. Please, this 2021, we are ready for it. If they like, they should call us to go on complete lockdown. We are ready to make some more money. I'm not saying sanitizer is the only business. There are many other businesses that actually thrived during lockdown period. Things you don't imagine. And people were like, how can they be making sanitizer? Is he a woman? Okay, sit down there. This product is only women. We have a problem. People feel that some particular goods should only be sold by women. And you do not know that money do not have gender. I've never seen money written feminine. Or they say this money, only men should spend it, females should not spend. No, money is universal. Anything, forget about it. It might look small, but what is lying under it could be very great. So sanitizer to banks. In fact, let me give you a top secret. We are going to pharmacies and we are ordering. You can imagine a pharmaceutical store will be telling you, okay, please, we need 3 cartons, and in a carton we arrange like 3 cartons. They buy and they are selling. Right, 99.9% effective, and they are selling. Town they are ordering from Guarimpa, Gwagwalada, J. Most of we fill those pharmaceutical stores with this sanitizer. So this 2021 is not time to build. Imagine you were a teacher last year, 2020. Imagine. Especially, God bless you, you are teaching in a private school. And your wife is teaching in a private school. You would have. I would be shocked. I mean, I'm surprised how you made it if you didn't fall into other businesses or find another way. So what I'm trying to say is, this 2021 is an open gate for excellence, an open gate for growth. Look out before you invest anything. Look out at the society. Look very well. What is the trending news? Go behind it. What can sell under the trending news? What can sell under the situation within that is immediate within the environment? What do you think can sell? So it's like a blank check. First of all, that's the first thing to look at before you want to invest your money. What do you think can sell in this particular period? And also, I'm not telling people to go and do sanitizer. That might not work for you. But what I'm trying to say is, what do you think can sell? 2021 looks like a period where people are thinking that rice will do well. Everybody is venturing into rice. As a matter of fact, if you are not into rice, maybe you can, they are brand new. A lot of companies who are coming up with rice, right? So if you're not into rice, you can just as well meet up with few people who are into rice and talk to them. If you can be a wholesaler, or if you can be one of the people linking people to them, like some people, one of my friends is already doing that. My fiance is already doing that. She has somebody producing rice because the government policy right now is favoring rice production. We learned that even when they open the borders, they still say that rice is a contraband, which is a very sweet news. So a very nice policy for people going to rice. So you might not go into rice production. You can badge into the rice production niche, probably picking rice from different people and distributing. And now they've made rice in such a way that you can just get 2.5 kg. So it must not be a big bag. Just tell these people, if I bring a customer, how much will be my share? And you would think you cannot get with this girl. Sometimes she normally baffles me. Sometimes she would sell 7-15 a day. And she was telling me that she has not made money. Her target is when she can now sell 500 in a day. And she's rising. I'm talking about something in this January. So these are some things to look at. You might not own the rice factory, but you can meet up with people. This is one of the things, because when as soon as they close this border, people are springing up with rice factories, and very soon the town might be choked with several brands of rice. Competition will probably set into rice the rice factory, but by then you would have gone far. Other things to look into is logistics. You see, these people carrying bikes and box are making hell of money. If you don't have the money, look for 2, 3, 4 guys, join your heads together, buy one bike, start with one bike, put a box on it, and start doing logistics. I'm telling you, these logistic guys are making cool money. People don't know. You don't even need to, thank God they are not regulating the class of bikes. Buy a fairly used bike. In some countries, there are some power bikes. The specification for those bikes are there. So, but before the Nigerian government will wake up into that, you would have probably changed the bike. I was seeing a particular bike. I went to get one. They're telling me 350,000 naira. I said, wow, it looks like a power bike anyways. But but they say these are the types that are supposed to be used for logistics. But thank God, currently now we do not really have that policy that regulates the bikes to do that. So you can go into that. Somebody can go into that, invest in that. Network marketing, I wouldn't say it's good, but well, like things like Inks Nation, all of those things, they are good, but be ready to also do the work. Some of these things, they come and wash your mind. I mean, some of these people come and give you a single story or half story of just invest and you grow, but they'll not tell you that there's work behind it. Be ready to work. If you must make any money this year, if you must make any success this year, you have to look very carefully. Look at what is swift. Something, the days are changing. Within few minutes, something has just happened, and anybody who comes out to seize or smash the opportunity will go home smiling. So this year is the year to really look at. If you're busy in the business of selling bags, just know that should not be the business you should be doing alone. Why? Because you have 15 friends and all of them try and buy bags from you. They will not be buying bags every day. Look out for something that is people are always in need of every blessed day, and you can go into it. I'm telling you, you could rebrand, get product. You don't need to the hustles in picking product. I mean, producing products is not easy. The struggles you have to do to set up a factory, to set up a place. Maybe you want to produce maybe Vaseline or something, for instance, or cream or something, or food products. Setting them up is not so easy. The policies in Nigeria are not so friendly. Forget about what they tell you. But I feel that bargaining through a system and finding a way to be a distributor of some products you feel can flow very well in your region would be far better. Even though you have a plan to set up your factory or set up a place, be in the selling business first. Pick a product sharply and sell it fast. Sell it very, very fast, and then look for an e-commerce system to sell that product very fast. Then when you do that, you can now start working there towards building your own factory or building your own place to run the product. E-commerce, for instance, is one of the things that's moving now. So there are a lot of people, though it doesn't really move for people. Let me be frank. Currently now, it doesn't really move for people in Nigeria here who want to build up, who want to build it. It's not moving. Why? Because Nigerian companies have a way of thinking. Like, let's take a reason, the generic banking systems we have. A bank will not want to give a Nigerian boy or a guy an app to build. Never. Most time they contract their apps to, I build those things so I understand. They contract their apps to Indians, and it's when the Indian guys' hands are filled, we will now link with them maybe on what we call this platform. One of these platforms, you link with them and you tell them you can build that. You say, okay, do this for us. You do it for them, then they just tweak it and submit it back to Nigeria. And then they might charge Nigerian banks about 15 million naira. But the boys will give you that contract for like 1.5 or 1.8 or 2, depends. You build it and send it over. You will build it in Nigeria and send it over to them, and then they send it to the bank in Nigeria. So these are the challenges. So building or having that knowledge of web development, app development, and all of that. Maybe I don't care what type, might not really push you if you don't have the customer. So you still have the knowledge and die of starvation. That's what I'm saying. We have walk into the system, the selling system, the other end of the system that works. If you have an app that sells things, you'll make money. Or you have a system of doing online advert on a particular product, you will sell. You will sell. But that you have the skill, it might just take God's grace to really grow. There are so many Nigerian boys who are very good building app, who are very good doing all of these things, but sometimes the Nigerian market might not really be there for you. And that's just how we met it. We hope things will change. So in this particular time where people are talking of Corona, where people are trying to ensure that they minimize contacts, build products, build systems that engage in systems that actually deal with virtual supply systems like the logistics. You're not the one driving the bike. The people are just somewhere and then something comes to them. That's one. And two, those guys have received, they have this, what they call it, a permit from the government or the VIOs to move. Sometimes even within traffic, they move products within traffic. Even when the traffic stops, sometimes these guys are somehow licensed to cross and go ahead. You will sell, or you pick up a business, an e-commerce product, maybe you're selling shoes for somebody. You might not really have it. You go and snap them in somebody's shop, get the price, add small, maybe 2% or 1%. That might look small, but when the order multiply, you can use your tongue to count how much you will make. These are the best systems I can advise in this 2021. This 2021, look out for opportunities. Look out for any tingling thing that takes place. If you're in a place that always have curfew, study the dynamics of the curfew. What can you distribute in a short time? You have 5,000 followers on Instagram, on Facebook. You don't know you have a market already. What can you sell fast? Information products are also selling, but not Nigeria, because in Nigeria people don't really want to pay. Once they see pay, even if it's zero kobo, it turns Nigerians off. But if you're in the UK, in the US, in Canada, where people want to pay via PayPal, people want to pay for services, then information product sells. But in Nigeria, they don't really sell as such. They do, but they don't really sell. The Nigerian mentality of getting products online and pay. How should I pay for a product? That's a kind of an inherent question from this part of the world. 2021 is not a year that you feel that your certificate will do the magic. No, your certificate may not really do the magic in 2021. For instance, the curriculum there is not yet updated to meet up with the updated problem. So in Nigeria, we have a problem that has been updated. The problems of Nigeria are being updated daily. Challenges in the country, multiplied number of graduates, multiplied number of problems, multiplied global challenges, and all of these and all of that. So the university system, the schooling syllabus in the country right now, it has not been upgraded to meet up with the challenges in the society. I think the only people who are doing well with this challenge is the medical studies, the medical classes, even though some of them are still complaining. But I think they are doing fairly well. When you train up a student, almost 50% of his time is in the hospital, learning the new challenges. You go to medical school now, you imagine their lecturers teaching them about corona. I'm talking of taking them to the theater, some of them to meet corona patients. So you see, they are updated set of studies. And that's why medicine is highly prized in the society, and that's why they don't go jobless. I wish other schools, other studies, other fields who are equally relevant would be able to integrate all of this. It might not really cost the government the way they say you must set up a very no. You see, there are smart systems, there are cheap ways of really integrating these things. If we want to do it, we will do it. Look, for instance, is it bad for a university department to set up a company that probably, let's say, electrical engineering, that really works in the field with light and obtain a permit to be carrying students to the field? At least half of their stay in school, half of their courses should be practical in field work or hand-on work experiences. There's nothing bad if the electrical department of a school is the one started with the responsibility of fixing the school generators. Or the mechanical engineering, fixing the school generator and fixing light. All the contracts that have to do with light and installation and all of those fields that are in the school should be practiced by the school. There's nothing bad if a school owns a market, a product market that the only goods, farm products sold in the school community market, it must be from the agricultural department. There's nothing bad if all the lecturers' vehicles in the campus are being fixed by a workshop in the mechanical engineering department. I'm not saying that the engineers, we have this saying that they say engineers are not supposed to go and fix cars. Own that thing. that? Well, you are not designed to really feel scar because they tell you it's the wardrobe of the technician. But I'm trying to say, with the challenges right now, we need to extend our tentacles. How can we now see that it's not the duty of the medical doctor to give injection, should be the nurse, and then the nurse now say, or the doctor now says, it's not the duty of a medical doctor to prescribe drugs. Go and meet the pharmacist. So you meet a doctor, you tell him, I have, God forbid, diabetics, and he said, okay, go and meet your pharmacist to prescribe drugs for you. Imagine how that will look like. So what I'm trying to say is, there is a shift right now. So don't really settle on your certificate. Look at the society and study on it. You can destroy. I have students, Lupeju Samuel, a very nice guy, in fact, very industrious, very hardworking guy. He was my student, but I'm telling you, he's into importation now. Start from any skill. Imagine God Himself when He was starting the race of humanity on earth, or human beings on earth. He started with just one man, as great, as rich, as wealthy, as capable as God is. Started with just one man and one lady. Start very, very small. Think very, very big. Start very, very small. What is that small thing you can start with? 5,000. Please start. When you start, get the people who are into it, who are doing it in millions and in hundreds of millions. Ask them what is the cost of the things in their shop. Go out, source for whoever you source. Come back and then get your money. So you can tell people that if you give us more, we can deliver. In fact, in Lagos, I learned something. They will tell you that it's in the warehouse. You look for a particular product, they will say it's in the warehouse. They don't have it to, it's in somebody's shop. That's the language they are trying to give you. These are the things I feel will work very, very well. If you have more, please share them down below. Thank you very much. 2021 is a great year. The year that opens up with a lot of opportunities. No matter how, no matter what, I feel we must succeed. Thank you very much. I think that there are many other things I didn't talk about that should be spoken about. Please, you can leave your comment below, or you think that there's something I said, because these are my views I share. I might be wrong. I could be very wrong. That's true. If you think that I'm wrong somewhere, maybe also tell me so that I can correct it. I can always learn from you, and I'm ready to learn and unlearn. But these are just my views about the two. Have a very wonderful morning.